Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS as well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name's Anah. The title of this video is titled The Blessing. And basically, with this situation regarding P. Diddy, and not just P. Diddy, but the interview that has resurfaced, that was recorded back in 2018. I believe it was my last video. And basically, some guy was just going into things that he have overheard regarding the banking elites, and the things that their plans do, and basically how all plans are just laid out of what they want to do, and everything seems to be continuing on as planned. But it's the will of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? So we're just gonna what I got pulled up here. I just wanted to get into the blessing, because this is what the banking elites, the Rothschilds, right, the top families of the world. This is what they're upset about, and this is what they're trying to accomplish. Basically, they're just trying to accomplish setting up a pseudo uh, blessing, a false blessing, right? They're trying to offset prophecy. They're trying to basically copy everything that's in the Bible regarding the house of Israel, right? The children of God, the elect in this time, and put it on themselves and continue here in this place, Babylon the Great, ruling, forever, basically. That's not going to happen. But that's what they want to do. And, so Esau Edom has been made bare. You know, he he's been revealed, and this has been, happening since the truth came out. Going back to Elder Abba Bivens, uh, back to One West, back to Elder Apostle Hart of GMS, and the men on down, right? Going back to 1969, 1970, when the truth sprung forth out of New York, here in Babylon the Great. So that's 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 really when they started being revealed, because the truth sprung forth. The Most High put the spirit on men to bring out the truth, to know who Esau was, in the whole nine, right? And every day their secrets are being exposed, so they can be seen as the people they are, which is the devil, right? Esau, even the so-called white man, the devil, right? Which, according to Obadiah, these devils will be destroyed, after 1,000-year period in the kingdom of the Israelites, right, under Yahweh Shai. So basically, that's pretty much it. That's what's happening right now in this time, right? And that's what Revelation 12 and 12 says, that the devil, Satan, knows that he has a short time. You know, uh, and every day that time gets shorter and shorter. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Right, and once again, he really seen that short time take place when we, the Lord's men, the hopeful elect in this time, got the information that we got, which is, the understanding of the scriptures, through the Holy Spirit, right? We understand, and we can go into the scriptures and break them down, and tell you everything, basically, of who Esau is, and who we are, and who the other nations are, and the prophecies and things that are coming to pass, right? And the elite, the banking elites, the Rothschilds, these individuals had this information, right? They hid it from us, uh, and let's get that. Let's get it. Let me see. Uh, Get right here. All right, this is Revelations 11 and 9. Because the information that we had regarding who we were, it was taken away from us because of our sins. The scriptures say we shall discontinue from our heritage that the Most High Yahweh Bashmi Shai gave us, right? We discontinued from that heritage, right? We were just broken off from it. We didn't know who we were. But that heritage has been brought back to us, right, through the understanding, right? And this is something that these heathen, these banking elites, these top families knew all along, right? And to even get that, you can get Psalms 83. It says, Psalms 83, it says, keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. Right? And that power is being Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from many a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right, and these banking elites, these individuals pay billions of dollars, right, to keep this information hidden. And I can only imagine, uh, the trillions of dollars they're now paying to stop the spread of this information, right, which they cannot stop it, just like they could not stop the Great Awakening that took place, going back to Ezekiel 37. All right, so let me just start at 7. This is Revelations 11 and 7. It says, and when they shall finish their testimony, and when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that descendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. Right, and this is going into Esau Edom in in the rebirth, the Renaissance period, right? Because Esau Edom was brought down, and during the history of the Dark Ages, the Dark Nations, which are the Israelites, they ruled for a period of time, but according to prophecy, Esau Edom will come out of his prison, and make war with us and gather the nations together for battle, which will be the last battle, which is World War III. So it says, and when they shall finish their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. Right, and this is also going into we, the Israelites, waking up upon our feet and having this testimony of who we are, the truth, and all these different things. And then it goes into Jeremiah 30, and then you got Daniel 12. It goes into you know Jacob's trouble now in this time, right? But also, this goes back to slavery, them putting us through what we went through, because when they came out and they deceived the nations, basically when they came out of that bottomless pit, when they came out of that prison sentence and they went to deceive the nations, they took us up, they put us in slavery, they did all the things now, and now we're waking back, to who we are. So it goes into a lot, but that's basically what it's talking about. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, right? And this great city is talking about Babylon the Great, right? USA. It says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, right? So basically, through our fall of us going to slavery, then us waking up, and then doing these different movements, and just like trying to come together as a people, these individuals around us they seen us, right? These making leaks, they seen us and they knew, but they didn't tell us who we were, right? That was Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua that told us who we were. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth, right? So basically, through the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua being with us, we tormented these different nations, right? We ruled them, you know, with, like, just with fierce and things like that, going back to like different kings we had, David, of course, being one of them, Solomon, all these different things, and but that's coming to pass again, you know, and through this great awakening, right, when we get the new covenant, when we get our new bodies, when we get the new heaven and new earth, going back to Revelations 21, New Jerusalem, going back to Isaiah 14. Let me see. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so verse 11, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. right? So basically, because of their pseudo blessing that they're trying to implement, these people were fearful because they didn't want the Israelites to wake back up, right? They didn't tell us who we were. It was through the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai that we woke up to who we were with Him, and putting that spirit back into us. So basically that's it. These people knew who we were, and right here is this is the master plan of the illuminated Rothschilds. This is something I found online, but it was Elder Apostle Gabar, that mentioned it, constantly, which is not a bad thing, So I finally, I looked it up or whatever. So, and it says a lot. It basically talks about a lot of different things that these wicked devils do to individuals that they think will help them, in the coming war or the end days when Yahushua comes back. Ultimately, that's what it is about. But the part I'm gonna get is, let's see. All right, let me get this part right here because this is the part that goes into basically what they're trying to do. I'll probably put this, if I remember, Lord willing, I'll just put the link in the description and you can go read it. If you click on the video, whatever the case may be. It says, can you be more specific as the role? Okay, so yeah, once this is Ron Patton interviews Marion Knox, I guess an individual who helps people that went through different abuse, you know, satanic ritual abuse and different things. But anyway, just like what's happening now with the eavesdropping or ear hustling of this individual that was around P. Diddy, and he heard information regarding the plans of the banking elites, things like assassinating Donald Trump, these were plans that he heard back in 2018, and here we are in 2024, and they're basically coming to pass, the plan of the wicked ones. So anyway, let me see where I was at. All right, so it says, let me just read this. It says, let me give you some background information. On one level, the Rothschild secretly called himself the House of David from the tribe of Judah. Now, Rothschild translated from German to English means red shield. During biblical times, the Edomite fortress was the red rocks of Petra. Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, was described as red and hairy. So this information fits perfectly with what survivors have been telling me. So this guy is helping different individuals that are going through these different things that are horrendous, which is crazy. But the Lord's elect don't have to worry about these different practices that these individuals perform. And that's called the law of the Howell Bashing Out Shai, right? Because the world is wicked, the days are evil. It says so. This information fits perfectly with what survivors have been telling me. That on a deeper level, the Rothschilds are also claiming to be descendants of Esau, and thus are really from the house of or tribe of Esau. So these people, these Rothschilds, these banking elites, right, know who they are. They know that they are Esau, and they have a plan, which is to bring in a pseudo blessing. If you read into this, it goes into the 144,000. It goes into underground facilities where they might hide from nuclear war, a whole bunch of things, right? What they are trying to do is to get the birthright back from the house of Jacob. Now, that statement alone is very interesting, because that's not mentioned in the Bible. You know, Esau, Edom, trying to get his birthright back is not mentioned in the Bible. The only thing I would say is mentioned in the Bible is that Esau wants to slay uh, his brother for the birthright that was given to him, because of the birthright that was given to him. But so this is someone that actually heard, what they're trying to do, and this, it goes over many different things, So it says what they are trying to do is to get the birthright back from the house of Jacob, which are the Israelites, and in this time the hopeful elect, which they can't do because it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai who is in control of that, right? It says who are the real Jews, right? We, the Hebrew Israelites, we are the real Jews, the ones awoken to this truth. You know, it says, however, the book of Obadiah talks about the destruction of the Edomites in the last days. So this leads us to another interesting point, and it's not the last days because they're going to be destroyed in the kingdom, right? And the kingdom's everlasting, right? It's going to be forever, right? We're going to be immortal in the kingdom, and these Edomites are going to be our servants and handmaids, in the kingdom for 1,000 years, our slaves. And in the book of Obadiah, verse 18, it goes into their destruction, right? Basically burnt up in a fire pit, you know. So it says, so this leads us to another interesting point in Revelations 3 and 9. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. Then I asked the question, who is the synagogue of Satan? And the only logical conclusion I can come up with is the Illuminati of Rothschilds, right? And that's basically the house of Amalek, right? Esau, Edom, the Jews, the fake J double O's, right? Over there in the land of Israel. So as you can see, and if you go into this article, these people or this person, Marion Knock, interviewed a whole bunch of people by trying to help them and convert them to some type of Christianity, which is bullshit. Either way, through that process, this individual got this individual got like information from these individuals from what they were saying, what they went through, and all of that. And once again, just to point out, and we can see how the Most High Yahweh Bashmial Shai is helping us in these times because these people, the mindset of these individuals is insane, for lack of better, words, basically. So anyway, so that's what they're trying to do, trying to get the birthright back, which they won't. So hopefully you understood that. Now let's get into this. Simple scriptures here. Just going into Genesis 17:1, basically Abraham receiving the covenant, the Most High telling him, he established his covenant with his seed after him. Then it goes into, of course, Isaac, and of course Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, which are the Israelites, and we are the Israelites now waking up back in this time, and we have that birthright, and that is what Esau is trying to take from us, the blessing that we receive. Anyway, Genesis 17:1, it says, and when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect, and I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and God talked with him, saying, God being Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shalt thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. And that's basically going into the definition of Abraham, a father of many nations, right? It says, and I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, and their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a power unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their power. And Yahweh Bashmiel Shai said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee, every man child among you shall be circumcised. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations, he that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed. He that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised, and my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. And these, it's pretty much self-explanatory what's happening here, right? It says, "And the uncircumcised man shall child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant." And Yahweh said unto Abraham, "As for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt no more call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be, and I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her." Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, "Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear?" And Abraham said unto Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, "Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee." So basically, Abraham in this was saying, I have Ishmael here. What about him? If you're trying to establish this covenant. It says, "And Yahweh says, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he begot, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year." All right, so that's pretty much the covenant. That's like the beginning of it. And then we're gonna get over here. We jump forward a little bit. Let me see. So let me get this. Well, actually, when we start at 25 here, it says in Genesis 25 and 19, "And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Pan Padan Aram, and sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai was entreated of him. Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So basically, Rebekah was barren, and Isaac, went to the Lord, basically asking, what's the situation with this? And then the children, she conceived children, and the children struggled together within her. And she was wondering, why is this? Genesis 25:23, "And the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." Right, and this is through the men of the Lord, right, the prophets. This is how she got this information. Genesis 25:23, "And the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." Right, this is getting to that blessing. "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau." And basically, yeah, I mean, that's basically what it says, but it says, "And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 3 years old when she bare them." Right, so basically they didn't mention Jacob. He came out regular. He came out looking like everyone else, which is a melanated person. Esau came out red because he has no pigmentation, and all over like a hairy garment. And that's basically going into, garments back then, they were dyed red. It's basically like an example, a metaphor. It's just a metaphor. Genesis 25 and 25, it says, and the first came out red, but he was red all over like a hairy garment, and he called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 3 score years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a planned man dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, and Rebekah loved Jacob. Okay, you're right. Genesis 25 and 29. Yep. It says, and Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he went, and he was faint. And Esau said unto Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And wait, let me get that. 'Cause I know Esau is wasted away as he. And there's something here they try to. That's Esau, Edom. Uh, Both of them. I know I'm missing like one word from out of this or something. Let me see. Yeah, this is Isaiah 29 and 15. I'll just read it right here. KJV says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us, right? And this is Esau, Edom, because Esau doesn't mean that. Esau means wasted away as he. All right. Genesis 25 and 30, it says, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drank, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Right, so Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, his brother Jacob. And what I found interesting is that there's no head, no title here, nothing like that, explaining Esau sells birthright. Esau gives birthright willingly. Esau, nothing. There's nothing there either way. Let's get let's start let's start all right, so basically with this, Isaac was gonna bless Esau with the blessing that he's about to give Jacob. And he told Esau to go to the field. Matter of fact, let me yeah, so he told Esau to go to the field to get some venison to feed him, and then he was gonna bless him. And Rebecca overheard this and told Jacob basically, I'm gonna make the food for you. I'm gonna put you on this garment here that's hairy. You can wear it so your father can feel you your arms, and think that you're Esau and bless you. That's pretty much what it's talking about. So I'll start right here. Genesis 27:16. And she put the skin of the kids of the goats upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, thy power brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. Right? So, basically we're getting into it, but remember, according to the will of the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, Esau sold his birthright unto Jacob. Therefore, Jacob was rightfully the one that was supposed to get this blessing. It says, And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Right? And Isaac was old, and he didn't know, the time of his death, and that's why he wanted to bless his sons. It says, and he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy as his brother's Esau's hands, so he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelt the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field which the Lord Yahweh Bahashmiel Shai has blessed. Therefore Yahweh give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Curse thee every one that curseth thee, and bless thee he that blesseth thee. Right? It says, And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end the blessing Jacob, and it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him, yes, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these two times. And that goes into the definition of Jacob's name. For he hath supplanted me these two times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Right, so even here it shows that Esau knew about the birthright, in this moment, right? It says, And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right? And basically this goes into, pretty much slavery and everything we went to, and us going through slavery and us being free because of our many sins. It says, And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, proposing to kill thee. Right? So basically, Esau, Edom, wanted to kill Jacob because of the blessing. And that's basically the same thing that's happening now, presently in the world. Esau, Edom, the banking families, the wicked elite, who rule the world, want to accomplish this thing which they cannot accomplish. The scriptures say, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? It goes into their whole system, their whole master illuminated plan of them establishing this new world order, and to blot out Jacob, from the blessing, and to, install their own pseudo false blessing, right? They wanted to kill Yahushua, they could not do that. Esau wanted to kill Jacob in this time, he could not do that. Esau, Edom, who's back today, the biblical Edomites, the so-called white man, is wanting to kill the Israelites today in this time, right? So that's pretty much what's happening, which that's not going to happen. You want to accomplish this, but this is why this individual is upset and doing everything that he's doing currently, to try to set up a pseudo blessing. With that, I'll say shalom to those who elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.